Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited about today's RV. Thanks for tuning in. I'm coming to you live from Frederick, Colorado. And as usual, Jody, I love to start our videos from the inside out, so please take her on back. You can find us 5 days a week at TTT RV on YouTube, and you can find me at RVs Inside Out on YouTube as well. A few hundred videos at this point in time, and I don't do a lot of pre-owned coaches, but in this case, I thought it was really important. This unit has been here for a while. To be very candid with you, I have no idea why it hasn't sold yet, so I thought I would go ahead and bring some attention to it. For those of you that are in the market for something like a Baystar, a Country Star, a Ventana, this coach is a 2020 with very low miles on it, and it is chock full of all of the things that make a Ventana great, and then all of the things that make a Dutch Star or a Mountain Air great as well. So this is the Surrey interior and the Surrey exterior with a wicker glazed maple finish. It is high gloss, but in this Baystar, this is a 33-foot floor plan. It comes with a 6.7 liter ISB. This is a Cummins engine that has 360 horsepower. More importantly, 800 foot-pounds of torque on a 33-foot, 8-inch chassis. So this is a very, very small coach, chock full of all sorts of really nice luxuries. First and foremost, this is the only RV you're going to find in its segment for 2020 that has an all-tile floor. So if you look over here to the right and the left in this bedroom, you'll see this beautiful tile flooring that we have in this coach. So this is a really nice decadent feature. If you're looking at a Ventana on the shorter chassis, you're going to have that same engine, that same horsepower, that same torque rating, 10,000 pound towing capacity, all of those things, but what you're not going to have is this high-end finish. So let's start from the back and take a look at some of the things that I'm talking about. First and foremost, you'll have the wall-mounted safe anchored here into the rear closet. And you'll note that they've got the code written here for you. You can go ahead and adjust that code to suit your own. To the right of it, you'll see this beautiful inlighting that you have on this wicker glazed maple. This is a beautiful interior on this coach. And more importantly, this coach smells really good. It smells absolutely decadent when you get in here. Not perfumey, but kind of an earthy smell to it. Whoever it was using some nice essential oils, I think. But also, you've got your great shoe closets built in here. This is something you would not find in a Ventana. Here you've got the brains of the operations, so all of your control panel right back here, very easy to access. And then your water controls for your Whirlpool washer and dryer. So again, everything in this RV is upgraded because as much as it looks like the size of a short floor plan Ventana, this is a New Aire. This is the mini King Air. So this is a coach that when people buy this RV, a lot of times they're just looking for better park access. So this coach coming in under 35 feet and also being short is going to be so easy to whip around into all of those smaller areas. So if you're somebody who's been out traversing the countryside, who's made it into all the big RV parks, and that wants to get stateside a little more frequently, this coach is going to give you way more access than anything else available in the marketplace. Now also here in the back, we've got our Whirlpool stackable washer and dryer. But one of my favorite features of this floor plan is the fact that when I want to get ready to get out on my day in the morning, I have a really nice ledge to sit down on, to put my tennis shoes on, to put my socks on. And then I also have all of this beautiful hard maple finish. But take a look, these are all dovetailed drawers. So again, this is a very, very unique opportunity to get into a coach that's super high-end and has a whole bunch of things that you don't find in the Ventana or the Country Star segment. This is, for me, one of the most luxurious things is to have central vac paired with an all-tile floor. This is a great beachcomber coach. This would be great for anybody who wants to get down into the Baja area and go surfing. All sorts of access because of the size of this RV. And then more importantly, because of the fact that this is 2020 and this is one of the more modern coaches, a lot of things changed after 2019. This coach has all of these nice features like your storage areas here with both USB ports and 110 outlets. And then I love the fact that this emergency exit window isn't just a great place to get out if there's any kind of, you know, bad situation that you're trying to escape, but it also has an opening window. So you can open this window and get the fresh air here as well as here. So if you are coastal and you're looking for that beautiful, nice sea breeze coming through your windows, you've got this. Oh, and Jody and I talked about this earlier. The outlets are up here. They're the standard 110 outlets. All of this is carpeted, as you would expect. If you look at this hinge quality, this is very indicative of the build quality of Newmar. When you know the difference, you know that when you come in here and you're touching these valances and these lambrequins and pulling on them, you'll notice that there's just this rigidity, this very sturdy feeling about this coach that you don't have in a lot of other manufacturers. So really nice feature there. Again, these are these power awnings. I've got one of them deployed here in the bedroom. We'll be able to see that from the outside. And then as you can see, I don't think that the owner of this coach used this this bedding. I think this is probably something that they saved and turned in because it looks like it's just brand new. Underneath here, we've got the extension for our Euro dinette. We also have the hose attachments for our central vac. And then if you are using a CPAP machine, there's plenty of room over here, only on the rear side of the coach in this queen bed for a CPAP machine. But as you can see, one of course, Newmar's best attributes is that you have very easy exterior walk room. So either one of you could get out of this bed very easily to access the restroom. And then another great feature by Newmar is all of your HDMI cords, your Blu-ray player are all integrated into your Samsung Smart TV. So once again, this is a great way to get into an RV that has more current amenities, that nicer high-end finish. And then as you can see, all carpet lined storage up above. And then when you see these awnings, this is where we extend them. So you just push down here. But if you watch what happens here, it's so nice. I'm taking all of the heat out of this bedroom by extending this awning. So this is how long it takes. But as you can see, I can adjust this awning. So maybe I want it to take the sun out of the view, but I don't want it to impede what I'm looking at out the window. I can do that with these awnings. So this is a really, really, like I said, super high-end finish. Another thing that's going to be different about this is when I go here to my central control panel, instead of just having those little blue glowy KIB switches, I actually have all the high-end features that we find even in our current coaches now. And if I want to put down, for instance, my nightshade, I've got power shades in this coach. Again, these are all features that you're not going to find in any of our lower line products, especially at this length. Now take a look at how decadent this is. Beautiful glass inlay on the sliding pocket door. Very solid, very robust feeling on this door. Another great feature about this coach, Jody, we're going to come in here into this bathroom. When you get into the high line of Newmar, you start to see things like full tile showers. So this is a full tile shower. There is no fiberglass to this shower. Oh, I just flushed the toilet. Sorry. It's got a linear drain, as you can see down below. The teak bench will hold 250 pounds. It has the Aquamizer shower system. So what that means is when we are going to go ahead and run our hot water through our Oasis system, we can turn this on to recycle, and it will heat the water before it comes into the shower. So it's leaving the freshwater tank and going back into the freshwater tank and not filling our gray water tank. And then when we turn this back over, it'll start to come out of the shower head. But take a look at this shower head. You've got a full rain shower. You've got a really nice shelf here, shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Another place down here to keep your razor, to keep your, your soap. Just a really nice, luxurious shower and plenty of room. So big people could be in here with plenty of room. Again, I am just so baffled at the fact that this coach is still available. As you can see here, really nice medicine cabinet space and storage space for all of your linens. The outlet is inside of the cabinet here, so if you want to keep your blow dryer or your flat iron, you can keep that here plugged in the center without worrying about it dropping out. Big Big basin sink here, of course. I love the way that they've got this flush line. There's no ridge, so this will be very easy to keep clean. And then, of course, tons of storage here underneath for all of your cleaning supplies. And again, what's interesting and unique about this particular model is this is such a short floor plan to have so much storage, to have so much flexibility. It's just a great feature. And let me see. Well, I'm not going to lock you in there, Jody, unless you want to go in here. I guess you can go in there if you'd like. I'll close that. I want to see if there's a mirror on the back of this door. There we go. So as usual, Jody makes his cameo appearances with me, showing him on the back of the door. But that's such a cool feature. I mean, in this coach, not only do you have the smoke mirrors in that bathroom, and that bedroom closet, but you also have a full-length mirror here. So as you're getting ready throughout the day and you want to make sure that you're dressed to the nines, oh, you just flushed the toilet, Jody. It's got a touchless flush. But like I said, as you're getting ready, it's just nice to be able to, you know, see how you look before you head out. Now, this is that same Samsung refrigerator that you'll see in all of our higher line coaches in 2020 with the deep refrigerator or deep freezer pockets, the ice maker. But one of the things I want to make sure I point out to you is this freezer smells like nothing. It's super fresh, it's crisp, it doesn't have a weird, dingy, moldy smell to it. It doesn't have a I've been left outside and not used smell to it. I mean, so just so you understand, I'm your eyes and your ears in this coach, and I want you to know if you've considered this Newmar and you've seen it online and you're wondering why it hasn't sold, I have no idea. And also, it's got solar on top of it. It's got 570 amp hours of solar. I mean, there's just no reason this coach is still here. If you're in that marketplace and you're looking for a really nice RV that will stand the test of time, I'm telling you, this is it. This is a super great opportunity for anybody interested in a Ventana, in a Baystar, in a Country Star. This is just a great opportunity to get into a much higher line coach. So the true induction cooktop, I talk about this all the time. It's removable. One of the things I really like about this aspect of this coach is that I can take this outside. You can see where it plugs in right there. I do all of my bacon outside. I do all of my my breakfast dishes. So if I'm making like French toast or pancakes for the kids, bacon, we do all of that outside on our picnic table with our true induction cooktop. And I can still be inside here prepping all of this stuff that I need to in my kitchen, because I can just simply put these covers back in. Now, another nice feature about this coach is that while I'm prepping everything, I also have a huge, look at how deep this drawer is. And again, all dovetailed, all solid maple, and no refrigerator. So I have all of this extra drawer storage. Now, I know I use my refrigerator as a drying rack quite frequently, but look at the size of these drawers. I mean, these are huge. Pots and pans, everything you could possibly want. And then on top of it, push to release. So just so you know, this is back in the day, we had the push to release for this closet door, so you have to push that button. But these are full extension, dovetail, Rev-A-Shelf drawers all the way down. So much room in this pantry. Again, these are all little nuances that if you know the difference and you've been looking online for different coaches, this is a really nice find. And the thing that's interesting about this particular little coach, this little coach doesn't have anything wrong with it. It was special ordered from the factory. I'm going to show you in a minute where they have the glass cabinets. They actually replaced those with a wood front so that you would be able to keep all of your cups and you know, your dry bar in the cabinet. I mean, this coach was very specifically ordered, and it was also very well taken care of. I have no idea why this is still available for you to purchase in the marketplace, but I would encourage you, take advantage of it, because this is a find. So all of the drawers here are, of course, full extension, soft close. And if you watch my videos, you know I open every single orifice. And the reason I do this is because I would like you to be able to make a buying decision based on the video that I provide to you. And it's important for me, when you don't have an opportunity to see something, I would like to be able to be your eyes and your ears. And if you need to measure things so you know where to put your coffee pot and your toaster oven in the future, that's really my responsibility. So one of the things I really like about this New Aire is, in the new iteration of this, they have a round sink in 2022. This undermount stainless steel sink is going to give you quite a bit more room. And then as you can see here, we've got 110 outlets here and here. So as I was mentioning earlier, a great place to keep your coffee pot and your toaster right here underneath. And then all the storage. Look at all the storage. There's so much room in this coach. And it's funny because I don't know how they do it. Like if I was to go into a Country Star, that pantry would be practically useless. Whereas in this New Aire, I have all this space. So I don't exactly know how that physics works, but it does. As you can see here, I've got to place this stove, my covers for my sink or for my stovetop. And then I've got more storage over here, or a great little place to keep some cleaning supplies and my trash can. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to talk to you about the fact that these are typically glass shelves. Again, this was a special order coach. What's really nice about this is, as you can imagine, oops, pull here. Don't pull on the center, Katie, pull the door handle. As you can imagine though, if you had all of your glassware here and you were to stop abruptly and this was a glass front, this would definitely be potentially a problem. What's really nice about this is these are adjustable shelves, so you can make them whatever height you would like. And then they've got this wood front installed here by the factory. And then also, as you can see here, for dishware, if you've got bowls or anything along the lines of a pantry like that you can't fit in the storage over there, you've got even more space here. And then below this, you'll see what is your hydronic heat vents and then your kick plate. So hydronic heat, let's talk about that briefly. For those of you who are used to having heat pumps and air conditioning, you're going to have two 15,000 BTU air conditioning pumps on this unit, as well as heat pumps. But you have this really nice hydronic heat. So once again, another feature, there's no propane on this coach. It is all electric. And this coach also boasts what is called MoreFloor. Take a look at this floor underneath. So one of the other features that they special ordered was a freestanding lampstand. This is called a lampstand. And that means that it's got like a little bit of a pass-through behind it. I don't know if they had a cat, but there's no fur in here, so I can't figure out why they wanted to have it freestanding and not mounted to the wall. But again, one of those things that just tells me this coach was special ordered with care by somebody who really knew what they wanted in their RV. And the way that this coach shows and the way that this coach feels on the inside is like a new coach. It's very, very clean in here. Again, smells nice. This is a great opportunity for anybody looking to get into a smaller coach that's going to give you more park access. Also, as you can see here, a ton of storage room in the center, and then your cup holders as well. No, they don't glow. So in 2020, we didn't have glowy cup holders, but I think you'll live. We do have these beautiful wall sconces on either side. And then I love the lambrequin on this. So this inset is just very, very demure. There's not a lot of accent to it. It's very, very subtle. You could really come in here and decorate this coach any way that you like. You can bring in all of your own color tones. And again, great storage up top, all carpet lined, all solid maple paneling. And I don't have all of the lights on. I just have the wall lights on and some of the ceiling lights on. But I think that it really just shows how this coach has such a nice glow to it. It's very, very soft lighting in here. It's a very, very warm and inviting environment. For anybody who is looking to get into the RV industry also for the first time, this would be a very safe purchase because this has got all of the things that people like. It's got recliners. It's got dovetailed solid maple furniture. It's got the booth, right? It's got under booth storage. So this is where I would probably keep all of my plates personally and my placemats. I just think it makes it easier to set the table. Then as I mentioned earlier, you have your extension in the back, so you can make this longer if you like. We also have our television on the televator. Let me just pop this down so you can see what we're talking about here. So I'm just gonna go here to systems and do TV lift down. So big windows on this coach as well. Again, beautiful wall lighting, really, really nice, comfortable, very, very supple, soft handle to this furniture. It's in great condition. Again, you got your USB player, your HDMI hookup, and then all of your storage above on either side. I do like to show this. A lot of what we do in Newmar is done in the walls. So we do have aluminum C-channel construction where we can run wires through, but wherever we have any additional wiring that needs to be done, we do have these drop downs inside. But as you can see, the way that we craft our cabinetry in Napanee is so fantastic because you cannot tell that there's a difference in the height of that cabinet. It all looks uniform throughout. It's very pleasing to the eye. Again, the Amish cabinetry and craftsmanship that you find in this coach is really second to none. In Napanee, when you go there, I mean, you can just tell everyone really cares about what they're doing. So here we're looking at our camera view. Again, this is something that's very specific to the New Aire, where you can actually see behind, you can see everything in your coach through this system here. And then you have AC power, DC power. You can tell our generator is on, it's actually running. And I can start and stop it right here. All of my water, fresh, gray, and black, I can see right here. I can turn my water pump off. I can also set my autofill. I can take a look here at all of my temperature settings. I can also set this so that now I can run my Oasis system, so I can use electric 1, electric 2. These are going to be when you're plugged into 30 or 50 amp versus the burner setting, which is going to be when you're not using your generator. You can simply have the coach turn on and you can be using your hot water or your Oasis for your hydronic heat through just the burner while boondocking. Again, really, really nice. And then your floor heat for the rear, and then for the front and the mid of the coach, all carried right here in the center. This floor heat is going to be one of the things. We brought this into Ventana in 2023. You could start to see floor heat in the floor. But you know, one of the things that's important to understand about floor heat, it is the quietest way to heat your coach, and it's also very specific. So if you want your bedroom cool, you can leave everything off in that bedroom. You can even set your air conditioner on if you'd like. The generator, of course, because this is a diesel pusher, is in the front of this coach where your engine's in the back. So if you want to run your generator like we are right now, so you can run your AC at night, you're welcome to do that if you're boondocking. But you can turn your floor heat on in the front of the coach, so when you get up, your toesies are warm, or when you use a restroom, your toesies are warm. So really cool that you can kind of separate where that warmth is coming from. And again, the quietest form that you're going to have there. Now this is how you go through and control your climate options, your generator settings, all of your auto gen start. You can set your clock. And then again, you have these nice silver leaf panels throughout the coach controlling all of your wall lights, your courtesy lights. The courtesy lights is one of my favorite things. It's right down here. This is just showing you where you are when it's dark and you're in a beautiful campground at night and you want to get up and use a restroom. It's nice just to have those courtesy lights. So again, this is, I told Jody this morning, we're going to do a comparison video of this versus Ventana, and he's like, oh God, Katie, please don't, because they're like an hour and a half long. So we're not going to do that. But it's important to understand that if you are even mildly considering that type of RV, this is the one you should buy. Okay, so another reason that differentiates that. So very commonly now you'll find the power charging stations for your cell phone on both the driver and passenger side. But back in the day, you would not see this on anything. This coach already has all that technology. The oh shit honey, we lost the Jeep camera is not even available on a Dutch Star. So again, this is the crown jewel mini version of the King Air. Has all the cool features. We do have a step cover. So that's important to know, because if you stop suddenly, you'll want to be able to make sure you don't fall into that hole, or if you've got a little small white dog, for instance. But you'll also note that even our outlets in this coach are 110 and USB. So you've got more plugs back here, and you can use those plugs in combination with your desk. And you got to know, in 2025, we no longer have this desk. But this is a really cool feature because when you're driving down the road, you've got a place to keep your pop, you've got a place to keep your iPad, but you've got this beautiful, huge window. Now, of course, this is a full recliner, so I can turn this seating around and have seating in this coach. I can have actually 4 recliners, which I think is pretty over the top. I had a client that I've been talking to about this coach all the way up through last night from Santa Barbara. And I told him, I said, I'm making this video for you tomorrow. And he's like, well, I need to have more than one sleeping situation. Jody, if you just step back, I think the most that you would be able to fit into this area if you wanted to add an inflatable mattress is a twin. So I'm just gonna say right now, this is a couples coach. If you are looking to have a coach that's larger, this is not a coach that's going to be made for 4 to 6 people. This is really made for 2 people. If you had a grandchild that you wanted to be able to bring with you, certainly I think you could put 1 air mattress in here, but I would not say 2. So there's the answer to that. So now we are looking at the 2022 New Aire that we have in inventory that has the hide-a-bed. So you know, like I said, we have a lot of great inventory, but this is just such a fantastic coach. Okay, so storage up above. Again, these cabinets mask the fact that this is where we actually hide our power shades for those for your side mirrors. So lots of storage up here. We've got the Traveler system by Winegard. So this one is set for DirecTV. All of your control panels are right here. And then a ton of storage up here in the front. Great place to keep ball caps and any kind of birding books. I mean, that's definitely what I would keep there. Wildflower books, those types of things. And then, as you can see, we have the Razor antenna. We also have the Girard awning set. I'm gonna try this right now. I don't know if they'll go out. It's been pretty gusty today. We'll see whether or not we can do that. But as we talked about here, we have awnings for the driver's door. We have awnings for the front living area, and also in the back, as I showed them to you. And then all of your privacy drapes, security lights, everything on this coach. They even have the underlighting for the slides. And then, as I mentioned, Jody, go ahead and flip it around. Let's take a look at the slide coming in. This is the reason that you can have an all-tile floor. This is that Moore floor. So that whole entire slide just rose up and is now coming in over the top of the tile. Again, such an amazing little RV. This is powered by HWH. HWH also powers our hydraulic leveling jacks. And I did bring that rear bedroom in earlier, so we'll be able to see this coach all closed up. And then, as I mentioned, one of the things that you can really tell when you have a coach is how people take care of it. Oh, by the way, these can be turned around so you can actually have walking area. Should I do that? Let's do it. You know what, Jody? We haven't taken enough time today in this video. We're going to make it a little longer for you. The good news is he's got his arm, you know, down on the headrest of the seat because I give Jody backaches. I'm going to flip these around though. If I was a person buying this coach, I'd want to see what kind of walking room it had in it, and I think that we should show that on TV. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I really try to be your eyes and your ears, and I'll tell you, it's been a really interesting month for me. I sold a London Aire this month to a gentleman from out of town and his beautiful wife, and it was a special order, just lovely. If you saw that video, it's a 2024 London Aire I did just a few days ago. That's already gone. I had another young lady come in, lives about 2 hours outside of the Winnebago factory. She picked up a Navion yesterday. Almost all of my sales come through these videos because I think it's so important to work with a representative that really knows their product, that's helping you to make good buying decisions. And I have to tell you, I don't tend to tell you what you want to hear. I tend to tell you what I think is really true. So a consultative approach. Oh, there's some outlets back there, Jody. You want to show those before I tuck this in? And again, this is that freestanding nightstand. So I'm going to push that up against the wall, and then I'm going to bring this back in. But I think, like I said, I think it's really important to understand that a high level of consultation will save you tens of thousands of dollars if you can buy the right RV the first time. And you're always welcome to call me up and ask me what I really think about a coach that you might find here online, because I'll shoot you straight. Not every RV is for everybody. Okay, so what's just happened there is we've gone from impossible to possible, because everyone needs to know that they can get to the potty when they're going down the road. So as you can see, you not only can you get to the bathroom, but it's actually pretty roomy back here. You can still open the refrigerator. You can still open your pantry. You would have to stop and put out this full wall slide if you wanted to change your laundry while going down the road. But in terms of making dinner, doing dishes, all of those things, all of that is possible here. It is important though to stow these chairs by turning them around, because if you do that, then that's what gives you that walking room. Otherwise, you're going to be crawling over the top of them. So pretty important to talk about that. Okay, we've covered all this. Yeah, oh, ha! What was I going to do? Okay, so I talked about this in my last video. This is a killer sound system. So I have got Hotel California coming on. It's actually stowed into the hard drive of this coach, because you can use a USB drive to play music. And this is designed to show this off. But if you are an audiophile going down the road and you want to have a good sound system, that is definitely it. We're going to go here to camera control, just so we can see also we've got our rear view, our side view cameras, which show that the doors are open right now. And then you have your overhead view. So these are all, this is the rear view backup, this is behind you, and then this is to load your trailer or your tow car. So all of that's there as well. Push button start, so keyless entry. And then this is way before its time. Stock control. The stock control, of course, is what gives you all of the capacity to change without the Allison interface, so you don't have that big blocky thing that you'll find on a lot of the newer Spartan chassis still. They are changing it. Everyone's going to go to the stock control. All of your steering wheel buttons are here as well. And then you also see we have our HWH hydraulic leveling system, as well as a power opening window. Oh, I guess you have to turn the coach on to do that. But yeah, so really up-to-date chassis. Again, so this does have the smaller engine when you're in the 33 versus the 35, which is going to have the Dutch Star engine in it, that 450 horsepower engine. But when you're in a 33-foot coach, it's tiny. You have a lot more pounds of torque per square foot. So I think for anyone who's in that shorter category that's looking for a smaller coach, this is definitely it. And then also we've got heated seats. I already mentioned that those flip around. And then again, chrome convex mirrors. When you're changing lanes, you've got your side cameras integrated here into the coach. Again, this is the Surrey graphics. Really beautiful. I was able to get our awnings out right now. I don't have this awning out. Of course, this is that awning that goes out above the kitchen window and behind the television. But you do see the one that's out there in the bedroom. And then we've got our dual awnings here. So of course, if you've got a tree that's in your campsite, you can only open one or the other for coverage. It's good. And then also the way that these elbow down is going to give you better coverage. And there is an integrated LED light in both of these, giving you a really nice patio effect. You've got a dual fill 90-gallon tank instead of 95. On the 35, you got 5 extra gallons. It's a little shorter, but you do have your high polished Alcoa rims. Of course, these are going to give you less reverberation, a better ride presence going down the road. And these are 305s. So this is a really nice big tire set for a little tiny coach. Your Xantrex inverters up front here. And then, as I mentioned, you can see how much care this customer took of their coach. Everything is so nicely stowed. These are 1,000-pound weight rating slides. Really easy to get in and out. Extra tile as well, so if you have any repairs that you need to make. The exterior TV is of course optional, but here, along with the Bose sound system, another Samsung Smart TV as well. And then over here, oh, let me close this real quick, JD. So suicide doors give you a lot of storage. I mean, this is a really impressive amount of storage for a little coach. Plenty of room for your barbecue, plenty of room for your lawn chairs, for your paddle boards. I mean, you can really get out there and get into everything that you want to in this RV. Here in the center, we've got our awning controls on the outside. As you can see, LED lighting already integrated. All of these things that you see on this coach as a standard feature became more prevalent in our product line. But as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be the trendsetter. This is the height of technology for Newmar in 2020. So anyone who's out there looking at a 22 or a 23 Ventana, this coach has actually got better tech on it, better equipment than even those RVs. And with only 22,000 miles, I mean, this coach has got a lot of life left in her. Another great little storage compartment here. So in the back here, we do have our on-off switch for our chassis. The house switch is at the front when you come in. And then as mentioned before, 360 horsepower, 800 foot-pounds of torque, 10,000 pound towing capacity, already wired for your 7-pin connector. As you can see, everything here is very easy to access. You can always see the marriage of our Freightliner chassis and Cummins by the red engine. That is going to be the Cummins engine. Again, this is the 6.7 liter ISB. You can see it down here, Jody, if you want to take a look. And I'm going to go ahead and put my clipboard down over here. Another feature to mention about this coach, because again, this is something you don't get into until you get up into Dutch Star. This is a side radiator. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, that latch needs to be adjusted. It looks like it's hitting. Let's try it one more time. Nope, okay. Well, that's just gonna stay up. I opened that, by the way. It wasn't like that when I drove over here. Side radiator mounted compartment is, of course, different than what you'll find on the Ventana, giving you better access to that engine. Your def tank is also very easy to access. You've got your little security lights over here on the side and above, which is, of course, going to make it easier for you when you're docking to set your tanks up. And then another feature of this coach, which is super nice, is that you've got your whole house water filter here. You've got your water hose auto power reel, and then you have digital displays for your tank levels, as well as your outdoor shower. And keep in mind too, in 2022, a lot of like the Ventanas and the Dutch Stars started to get better water systems. This coach already has a gray tank rinse on it. For those of you who haven't thought it through, why is a gray tank rinse beneficial? Well, if you think about it, when you're doing your laundry, you've got all those soaps, all of that, you know, when you're doing your dishes, all that stuff goes into your gray tank. So to be able to rinse that gray tank as well as your black tank is super nice. Again, a standard feature here on this little New Aire. Ahead of its time, the Oasis Chinook system, of course, giving you all of that zone heating we talked about, where you've got your hydronic heat, you've got your power cord on a power reel. All the luxury coaches have it out here. I'm a schlep in my 2022 Superstar. I have to reach down here and push the button. Here it's right up on top. But you'll see there's all the like little lights inside of the compartments. You've got your central vac right here. You can use those hoses that were underneath to vacuum your paddleboard, your dog, your husband, whatever it is. And then again, more storage on the port side of this coach. So lots and lots of room, LED lit. And then your battery housing. One of the nice things about this is it is on a slide, so these are easy to get out and service on your own. They go all the way back. They're daisy chained together. You've got a total of 8 batteries, even on this little tiny coach. And then, as we talked about earlier, I have one awning deployed. This awning I don't have out, but you've got 4 awnings keeping that light out of the coach. So for those of you that are looking to get closer to coastal areas, that want to be in that warmer weather, you've got all of that sun protection, even if your awnings won't deploy. And of course, you don't have an awning on this side. Now, it looks like it does match. The reason that we do this is this New Aire has a patio on top that's actually protecting and insulating all of your components, your air conditioning units, your traveler satellite system, all of those things, your solar panels are insulated from the wind and the weather and those crosswinds coming across you when you're driving down the road. Another nice feature of this coach is that it's going to have what's called comfort drive. So comfort drive, when you've got that wind that's coming at you, is going to keep this coach tracking straight, so you're not going to have that driver fatigue. This is something you will not find in any other competitor across the marketplace functioning in the same way. It's really a difference maker. So anyone who's ever driven a non-aerodynamic brick across, Highway 80 through Wyoming knows how tiring that can be. This coach is going to do that fight for you. It's going to give you that better drive characteristic and less driver fatigue when you get done. Oh, I didn't show the brains of the operation. I just opened up the access point again. Front generator mounted coach with a rear diesel engine. Smallest coach like this on the marketplace. Got to adjust that drawer too. Got 2 doors to adjust today, guys. But as you can see, I've got my 8 kilowatt diesel generator. I've got a hot water line here to the front. I also have an air connection to the front. And I can also turn this on and off here, as well as on my dash and at my control panel in the center of the coach. So lots of access points. Again, this little New Aire, I'll tell you, we get a lot of coaches that have lots of bugs in the clear bra. This diamond shield is in great condition. The front end of this coach is in great condition. The windshield is super clean. Only 22,000 miles. This is stock number 5U 231573. I don't know why someone else has not taken this RV home. Again, she's got solar, she's got towing capacity, she's got all tile floors, heated floors. I mean, Silverleaf, you name it, this coach has got it. My name is Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in sunny Frederick, Colorado. Please let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping, and thank you for tuning in.